I'd like to start with public comment, though, before we hand it off to Mr. Schuback, if that's okay. All right, thank you.
Lisa Pratt?
There's 20 microphones for you. So welcome. If you could just state your name and city of residence, that would be great. Oh. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. Do I face here or where do I?
You can face us if you want, and you're welcome to sit down.
Yeah. Is this work? Okay. Over here? Please. Yeah, that works. This is great. Yeah, I'd probably stand. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Feels a little better.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you, and thank you so much for this opportunity. I don't know. Oh, yeah. So my name's Lisa Pratt, and I am here to speak regarding police reform and accountability. And I don't know what the answer is exactly. I just know that something needs to be done, and if the things that Mr. Williams were explaining will help them to remain accountable for their actions, then fabulous. But I'm here as a victim and a survivor coming before you today. A survivor of sexual abuse at the hands of former West Linn Dr. David Farley. And this meeting tonight means a lot to me and to many of us in this room for various reasons. But let me tell you a few of mine. When over 2 years ago, I decided to be brave enough to speak up and walk through the doors of the West Linn Police Department, I thought I was walking into a safety net, that I would be able to finally breathe, because that's what I thought the police were supposed to be there for, to help us feel safe. Instead, we were dismissed, invalidated, and even mocked. My call to action tonight is for us to make this a priority, to make the people of our city a priority. We need to consider the effect that a botched investigation like ours has on our community, that it has on the future women and children in this city that we call home. We're raising a generation of strong and bright children. I am a mother of 4, one of them being a little girl. This definitely has a chilling effect on our community. I think that why would anyone want to come forward? When they hear that they're not going to be taken seriously and that they're going to have to suffer over and over again, like I have and many of the women behind me, just to be heard. Because why would you come forward when your abuser won't be held accountable? That when our little girls hear and read our story, that roughly 200 women and children filed police reports against one man, and it was not enough. That they aren't enough. The first 5 of us should have been enough. I should have been enough. But not according to the Clackamas County DA. So when is it enough? We need change, and I'm not going to stop until something changes. The medical board investigators thought it was enough, and we have their findings, and we have a stack for all of you to look at. For some reason, our investigator here at West Linn PD, Tony Christensen, he had that information even before we brought it to him. And he didn't care enough to do the work. Because, as he said to us numerous times, it's too hard. He's a doctor. Mayor, you're a woman. Please, I would love to believe the final words that we spoke tonight when we said our Pledge of Allegiance, that there is justice for all. In this beautiful community that we all live in, we expect better. We deserve better. Police Chief Mahuna said that they did the best that they could with the resources that they had. That Tony was one of 2 investigators available at the time. The other one was really new. So yeah, you heard that right, 2. We had 2. So you don't need to believe me because I'm used to that by now, thanks to our justice system in this town. But I urge you to read the document from the board, from the Medical Board of Oregon, because it highlights plenty of colorable, I think that's the word that our elected DA John Wentworth decided to use when he was describing the lack of useful evidence that they had. But I can assure you what you will read is plenty colorable. He's wrong. We represent a small fraction of the survivors affected by this man who, again, lived in our community, embedded in our community, as part of West Linn Family Health Center. I would ask all of the brave women who are here today with me to please stand. I ask you, Mayor Walters, because if we don't have the resources in this nice of a community to protect our women and children, then what good are we? Thank you.
Thank you, and I appreciate your bravery to come and share your story with us, and for all of you that are here today. Thank you very much. Yes, you may.